Do you not feel guilty that you've taken so much enjoyment of gaming away from more than 100 million people over this Christmas period?
I mean, I can't really say I feel bad.
Today we're going to be talking about the story of Julius Zeekil Kivimaki and how he hacked governments, companies such as PlayStation, Xbox, called bomb threats, hacked Elon Musk, and even took down North Korea's internet. His history of hacking dates back to 2008 when he was 9 years old and was introduced to a founder of the hacking group, Hack the Planet. In 2012, at the age of 15, Julius was able to compromise more than 50,000 servers by using an exploit found in Adobe ColdFusion. He used this exploit to install backdoors in those tens of thousands of servers, which allowed him to build a sophisticated botnet, which he would later use to conduct DDoS attacks. In this screenshot on September 2nd, 2012, Julius, under the nickname Ryan, is seen promoting his DDoS service. He lists the price per hour depending on the type of DDoS attack and even offers to receive payment after the attack, promising up to 500 gigabits per second. Around 2 weeks later, on the 18th of September 2012, Julius hacked the image hosting website ImageShack. In these logs, you can see him talking to the developer of the website named Jack after hacking him, stating, "How much are you looking into paying for a full security audit of your site and backend?" Jack asks Ryan for his Bitcoin address and proceeds to send him $120 in order to build trust with him. While the money is being sent, Jack asks Julius, "Why did you guys decide to do it anyway?" Julius replies with, "Well, no reason," and that they knew that they would have plenty of big servers to play with. According to the BBC, Julius was also accused of helping steal 7 gigabytes worth of data from MIT. This apparently costed them more than $213,000. And if that wasn't enough, Julius was also accused of being involved in a money laundering scheme and using that money to fund a trip to Mexico. All of this led to his arrest in 2013. The Finnish media reported of his arrest, but they did not name him. He was also found in possession of more than 3,000 stolen credit cards, but at the end, Julius was not charged with anything. It's 2014, and Julius still has access to his botnet, and he's made new friends on the internet. They're spending all day playing video games, and they get this idea: why not wreak havoc onto the world? Simply because they can. They go on and create this Twitter account named the Lizard Squad and start their buffoonery. Picture this, it's the 18th of August 2014, you're playing League of Legends, and all of a sudden it stops working. And there's this new Twitter account by the name of Lizard Squad claiming responsibility for it. People are suspicious at first, but then, on the same day, RuneScape also goes down, and this Lizard Squad is saying it was down.
Multiple worlds offline. Apparently, someone's been DDoSing RuneScape.
And on the next day too, Battle.net goes down and they're claiming responsibility for that. And 6 days later, on the 24th of August, they post a tweet saying, "We're putting a bunch of lizards on the pipes on their way to Sony." And of course, Sony Network goes down.
"If I catch any Lizard Squad, I'ma beat y'all lasers on my mama. You fucking with my game, G?"
The Lizard Squad proceeds to post tweets where they essentially associate themselves with ISIS, stating that infidels don't get to play video games until the bombing of ISIS stops. This angered John Smedley, the president of Sony Entertainment Online, who went on to Twitter and said that he wishes that the national media would stop these DDoS trolls' occasional use of ISIS be taken seriously. John Smedley proceeds to board his flight to San Diego, but then...
Today, though, they took things to a new disturbing level. The tweet stating, "We have been receiving reports that Smedley's plane, number 362, has explosives on board."
After the tweet from the Lizard Squad, the plane was grounded and searched, but nothing was found.
This is an act of terrorism just to make a threat against an airliner that very, very serious ramifications.
And to add salt to injury, that very night they took down Xbox Live. After this day, they definitely got the attention of the US government, which kind of scared them off because 1 week later, they announced that they were leaving. Little thieves are hanged but great ones escape. That was the title of their website where they announced that they were leaving. They stated, "Today we will be disbanding, behind the green reptiles and other stuff. We have lives, believe it or not, things to do, people to meet." For a while this seemed to be true. Their original Twitter account was suspended and there was no sign of them. up until December 1st, where they create a new account and tweet out that Microsoft will receive a wonderful Christmas present from us. A few minutes later, Xbox Live goes down. They proceed to tweet, just some preparations for Christmas, and that's a small dose of what's to come on Christmas. By the end of the day, they were already at 44,000 followers on Twitter, so their stunts had obviously worked. Then they hacked Machinima, since they posted the video doubting that they were behind the Xbox attack, appeared on Keemstar a few times, and on December 22nd, they hacked North Korea. Yes, they literally took down a country's internet. And all of that was in preparation for the big day.
Merry Christmas to you all. Well, not really, because Lizard Squad decided that they are going to hack PSN and Xbox Live again.
Its PlayStation gaming network is also down now and has been off and on since Christmas Eve.
Christmas was officially ruined, at least for the millions of people that received the gaming console as their Christmas gift. It seemed as if all lost was hope, but then Kim.com, the founder of Mega Upload, felt like playing Destiny on Xbox Live. So what did he do? He DM'd Lizard Squad and convinced them to stop their attack, in exchange for 300 encrypted Mega Premium accounts, which were worth more than $300,000. They accepted and shortly stopped the attacks. On the same week, for whatever reason, Julius agrees for an interview with Sky News, where he publicly shows his face.
Speaking to us from Finland, this man who calls himself Ryan says he is one of the hackers. He claims the hack only took a few members, and the youngest was just 13 years old.
This attack, it was basically done by 3 people.
Why? Why did you do this? It affected so many people. It ruined Christmas for potentially millions of people.
Why we did it? Mostly to raise awareness.
And a week later, on January 2nd, 2015, Finland's National Bureau of Investigation arrested Julius for his crimes. He was found guilty of more than 50,000 cybercrimes, including data breaches, payments fraud, operating a huge botnet, calling bomb threats, and yet they decided not to incarcerate him. He was only given a 2-year suspended sentence and was ordered to pay 6,500 euros. The Lizard Squad went on to Twitter to celebrate this by saying, basically he'll be monitored for 2 years by the local police. Gotta love Finland. A lot of people were angry at this decision, but perhaps the one that was the most angry was John Smedley, the president of Sony Entertainment. He tweeted out saying, "That was the piece of garbage that brought my plane down, leaked out my information and did all kinds of other crap to me. And that his parents need to be held accountable for his actions, in addition to him going to jail. So I'm coming for you, Julius." As you can see from these tweets, he was very angry at the court decision. Someone tweeted at him saying, "Let's be honest here, you're not going to do anything. You're 40 plus years old getting trolled by teenagers and getting butthurt." He responded to this by saying, "I'm 46, I've had my identity stolen, tax returns filed, I've been swatted and many other things. So yeah, I'm pissed." What was Julius's response? The Lizard Squad tweets, "Time for some more fun," then proceeds to Ddos games that Smedley was overseeing, H1Z1 and PlanetSide 2. Smedley tweets, "Looks like we're getting hit again. Sorry folks." 2 weeks later, Smedley steps down as the CEO and it's speculated that it's because of Julius's harassment. But Smedley wasn't the only person that Julius had allegedly harassed. According to Blair's Twitter, he had a fight with Julius in 2012 about who would host a collection of data. He believes that this is what sparked a years-long harassment campaign on him and his family. Julius started by sending a bomb threat to a local police detective pretending to be Blair. Blair was arrested and held in jail for 3 weeks before officers determined that it was a hoax. After this, his family started receiving a bunch of unwanted items to their house. Tow trucks, flowers, large quantities of sand and gravel. Someone even called Comcast pretending to be his dad and tried to cancel their family's cable plan, as well as their electricity and gas contracts, which were nearly shut off too. And if you think that wasn't enough, the police received a call at 4 AM on November 24th from someone pretending to be Blair and claiming they had murdered his own mother, a practice called swatting. And on April 29, 2015, Elon Musk posted a series of tweets saying, "Call me at this number for a free Tesla. Come pick up your Tesla at this address. In another tweet with a different number this time. Turns out that it was allegedly Julius who hacked Elon Musk's Twitter, and that the numbers that were posted were Blair's and his mom's, and the address mentioned in the tweet was his family's home. Needless to say, their life became a living hell after. After this, Kivimaki was out of the spotlight for a few years. He was enjoying a life of luxury, as can be seen from his posts on this Finnish social media. He can be seen flying private, first class with Air Emirates to Dubai, showing off the views from his hotel room, road trips to Switzerland, Georgia, and more. During this time in Finland, there was a huge scandal in 2020 after someone had hacked Vastamoo, a psychotherapy center. This hacker, calling himself Ransom Man, demanded a payment of 40 bitcoins, which was approximately 450,000 euros at the time, in return for a promise not to publish highly sensitive therapy session notes. And when Vastamoo refused, this Ransom Man started extorting individual patients, asking for 200 euros worth of Bitcoin within 24 hours. And if the person couldn't make it within 24 hours, they'd have to send him 500 euros worth of Bitcoin within 48 hours, or else he'd release the therapy notes. About 22,000 victims reportedly received this extortion message. On October 23, 2020, Ransom Man uploaded to the dark web a large compressed file that included all of the stolen therapy notes. But investigators found that the file also contained an entire copy of Ransom Man's home folder. Turns out this home folder had enough information to point to the perpetrator of this attack, and he was no other than Julius Kivimaki himself. So in October 2022, Julius Kivimaki was officially charged with the therapy center hack and joined Europe's most wanted criminals list. He was now a fugitive on the run. At 7 AM in a suburb near Paris, the police receives a call from a concerned woman for a suspicion of domestic violence. When they arrive at the door, they were met with a tall blonde man with a Romanian passport. They checked it against their criminal database and they found out that it was none other than Julius Kivimaki. He was taken into custody and sent to Finland where he is awaiting his trial. He has since made one public appearance, and when he was posted on TikTok with his Sigma background music, people had conflicting opinions on him, calling him the final boss, Top G. But also people saying, leaking people's therapy notes is not Sigma. Anyway, as of today, that's it for the topic of Julius. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.